Peace Instagram. Welcome in, y'all. Hey. Hey, hey. Peace, babe. How are you? Okay. How was y'all day? Peace, graffiti. Peace, Peach, and Relentless. Peace, Mom. Blaze, welcome in. Yeah, we about to get started in just a second. Ashe. Peach said you look really bony. Ashe. Ashoni. Graffiti said Riverside vibes today. How was your day? My day was well. Ashe Blaze, thanks for stopping in, popping in. I hope all is well with you. Thank you, Relentless. Thanks. Thanks. Peace, Mystique. Jasmine said I got my oils today. Yay. Did you put anything on? To the lovelies who got y'all protection oil, a lot of y'all should have gotten your orders this week. Did y'all put it on? Did y'all put it on? Let me know. Y'all gotta go on the website and leave y'all reviews too. Peace, TikTok, and everybody joining us. Hey, y'all share this live. We about to go ahead and get started in 4, 3, 2, 1, 5. Welcome into the Crystaline Mars show. I am your co-host, Mrs. Dublé Jones. I am the lady with the stones that come here and to leave us alone. And I'm a spiritual guide to assist you in this life in any way I can. So if you need a helping hand, head over to the website CrystalineMars.com and book your personal services, your jar rituals, whatever you need. Get your spiritual tools, gems, jewels, and services. Y'all go ahead and run y'all carts up. The 26% off Memorial Day sale, it begins. It doesn't end. It begins in just a few hours at midnight on May the 24th. We have our Memorial Day sale that will extend through 4 a.m. Eastern time on May 27th. 26% off. That includes our newest service, y'all. What I did do is, because y'all know I've been adding the jar rituals, which includes a ritual with an intentional jar created for you. And after that ritual, at the conclusion of that ritual, I send you your jar so you can have that energy with you at all times, or you can have it at your door, on your bedside, under your pillow, wherever you need. And so I've been working those, and I have like fixed rituals where I have like a abundance jar ritual. I have a love jar ritual, but today I added custom jar rituals. So you can literally, it's a custom blend. You can set whatever intention. Say you want to do a couple of things, right? We can do an all-purpose jar ritual for you. And I added a custom spell jar option. So at the moment, I only have the love jar and an abundance jar, but I now have a custom jar option. So again, you could bundle it up in whatever way you want. You can set your intentions around protecting your union, or calling in abundance, or that peace. Some of you may be dealing with grief or healing. Whatever your personal story and intentions are, you can leave that there, and I can create your jar to order. So we have that available, and it is my intention to create some jewelry. I have some ideas that I would like to create, some things I would like to create and add over the weekend. So y'all stay tuned for that as well. Thank y'all for sharing this space. Thank y'all for your bookings. Thank y'all for sending the love offerings in. If y'all would like a love offering reading tonight, you can send them in. I do have one lovely on cue from last night, so I'm going to start with Baby Boo. But who was that? Who was that from last night? That was Valise. That was Valise, so we'll be starting with Valise. But we're going to go ahead and get into the actual message of the day, y'all. And just to let y'all know, the doors are closed, okay? So my spirit led me to, when it comes to the sacred circles that we host every night, I got your love offering, Miss Toya. When it comes to the sacred circles that we host every Monday, the doors will close on Wednesday of that week that we start. Okay, I know I told y'all you can save your spot or you can claim your spot up until that Sunday when we actually start the Sacred Soul session virtually. But that's not a thing. It's Wednesday, so the doors are closed. So whoever was not able to make it and join us this month for our Sacred Soul Circle, we will be starting again. We will be reconvening. I have the schedule on the website. I believe it's on the, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, boom. I believe it's on June 29th. We will have our next month of our virtual Sacred Soul Circle. And you can go ahead and claim your spot now if you'd like. Again, the deadlines for every month will be that Wednesday of the week we start. I have that. I have the deadlines on the website as well, so you don't have to try to remember that. So I look forward to meeting all of you who did book your spots, and I'm excited for the space that we will share this upcoming Sunday on the 25th. Okay. Melanated said, I'm so mad the vanilla Palo Santo oil is out. Girl, laugh a lot. That's my fave. Ashay, yeah, we're currently in the process of getting with a new vendor because our primary vendor has, the universe pretty much got them doing other things. So they've been kind of like, they haven't been having the oils available that we normally have. So we're currently in the process of switching over. Luna said, wait, book your spots for what? So every month for 4 consecutive Sundays, we host a virtual soul circle, a sacred circle for masculine and feminine energies to join. And there we heal, we build. It's an intimate space that we share virtually every Sunday for about 1 to 2 hours. And we get up close and personal and pretty much just remember who we are as a community. We come together as a community. So that's what I was talking about for that. So, yeah, so let's get into the message of the day. And the message of the day is you made it. Honor the journey, not just the finish, okay? We are on episode 441, and that 441 adds up to 9. 9 represents completions, right? We are wrapping up the end of the week, and this message I channeled a week in advance. So I channeled this message like back on last Saturday or something like that. And I channeled, you've moved through more than you're giving yourself credit for. Celebrate the small wins and reflect on how you showed up even when it was hard. This is your reminder that your presence, your progress, and your power are all worth ending. I'm not sure what's been going on, but Instagram has been glitching. It just literally ended the live in the middle of me talking. So just give me 1 second. I don't know what's been going on with the energy. It's been doing that since last night. Yeah, I'm coming back. Just 1 sec. Let me exit all the way out because I remember I had to do that yesterday. Just give me 1 sec. Thank y'all for your patience. Peace to all of you who are joining us, though. Oh my gosh. Come on, Mercury. Come on, Mercury. Damn. Gemini's damn season. Okay. Wow. Live, title, based. Copy. Okay, start the live. I'm starting it off again. Okay, we are now live on Instagram. This is part 2. Welcome back, baby boos. I'm gonna give us a second or two to join. Hopefully it shows up to let our lovelies know that we're back here. Okay, they're rolling in. Can y'all hear me? Welcome back, y'all. I don't know what's been going on. I blame it on Mercury. Mercury does rule like the internet and things like that. And we are in Gemini season. So that's the only other thing I could think of outside of the hating ass energy. Because it did this last night too. So it did it last night on Instagram. And it did it last night on YouTube. YouTube, it just like literally the screen just cut all the way off. Well, the YouTube is just like went out. I was like, where did YouTube go? But we back with the Crystaline Mars show. So I'm gonna run back the message of the day really quick. What I was saying is the message of the day is you made it. Honor the journey, not just the finish. You've moved through more than you're giving yourself credit for. Celebrate the small wins. Reflect on how you showed up even when it was hard. This is your reminder that your presence, your progress, and your power are all worth honoring. And I was saying that we are on episode 441, which adds up to 9, which represents completions, right? We are wrapping up the end of the week, and it's been a lot of moving parts. I know a lot of y'all have been feeling it. A lot of y'all, the pace has just been picking up more and more, it seems like, as the day go on. And so this is not saying that you're done, but this is just a check-in for self, for us to really just give ourselves that credit for how we showed up this week. You may still have a lot on your to-do list, but what did you accomplish this week? What did you do this week that was challenging? Some of y'all had some very, challenging conversations. You may have confronted some situations that maybe you've been running from for years, for lifetimes, right? And it's just been a heavy week. You may have had your plan when you first started the week, right? Especially with Gemini kicking it off. You may have been like, very motivated to do all of these things. And then next thing you know, time just kind of snuck by and you did what needed to be done, but you didn't do what you thought you were going to do. And that's okay. Let's give ourselves that credit again for showing up even in the hardest moments, even when we were tired. And let's give ourselves that grace, remembering that it's going to always be something that needs to be done. And that's something I had to remind myself today, because when I first started off this week, I was knocking out the daily energies. I'm now in the month of October. No, I'm in October, like mid-October, when it comes to recordings for the YouTube channel. And so my plan was to literally, according to my plan back on Tuesday, I would have been finishing up December tonight. And I would have been done with the daily energy. I was just trying to get it behind me, right? But it didn't work out that way. I didn't get to do daily energy last night. I didn't do any daily energy today. I'm probably not going to do any tonight. I am exhausted. I've recorded like over 60 videos this week. I'm exhausted. And that's on top of posting content. That's on top of clients. That's on top of house duties. That's on top of taking care of everything else that I have to take care of, right? Inventory, website, all of that. And so I'm like, okay, I thought I was going to have the daily energy done by by today, but it's okay. I'm going to get it done when I get it done. And then I was thinking today too, I'm like, I'm rushing to get the daily energy done, but then I have other stuff to do too. It's going to always be something to do. I have hella stuff I still have to upload to the website, have stuff to clean up. And I'm just talking about work, bitch. I ain't talking about my personal life. So just imagine, right? So I'm not going to sit here and drag y'all through that, but I just shared that with y'all because y'all may have similar things where, again, you may just be trying to get ahead. You may be trying to get ahead, and we need to remember that Gemini brings that rush of energy. Gemini is going to bring that rush of energy, but Taurus season reminded us the importance of slowing down, the reminder of, not getting complacent and not just procrastinating, but just knowing when to move and when to go, when to slow and when to go. So I give you your flowers for what you've done, how you've shown up this week, right? And we just want to keep that energy where it's just be productive. Like I said today, for the word of the day that I shared, your goal was to never be perfect. Okay, your mission was to never be perfect, rather, because I don't know what your goals were, but your mission, the expectation that was put on you was never to be perfect. Your higher self just wants you to be productive. Your higher self just wants you to be intentional. All right, your higher self just wants you to take movement into that's in alignment with your higher path. That's it. Okay, thank you so much for your gift, my love. I send it back times a million. All right, so that's the message of the day. Let's go ahead and transition over to the daily energy, and then we're going to wrap up with our tarot tea time, you and me time. Welcome into everybody who have been joining us. It's a pleasure having you here with us sharing this space. So I did post the shadow new moon, the shadow period for the Gemini new moon. Also, y'all, I had felt led to go ahead and put the Gemini duality oil, the solar and lunar infused oil, on pre-order. I do not have it to show you right now because it is literally outside in the moon, bathing in that shadow Gemini energy. And I will have that oil marinating, being solar and lunar infused over the next 7 days throughout this entire shadow period. But it is available for pre-order, and I will ship all pre-orders out on Friday, because that's when the shadow period ends. On Friday, May 30th, I will ship out all of you all's pre-orders for your duality oil. Okay, and they are limited stock. Once they're out, they will not return until 2026 Gemini season. Okay, so to all my Gemini suns, moons, rising, north nodes, and even if you don't have those placements in your chart, if you just want to align with this energy, that oil is going to assist you when it comes to opening up your throat chakra and having improved communication, opening up your mind to new ideas, bringing in new opportunities as well, assisting you with adapting and adjusting with the changes that are happening, especially to those of us who are fixed, especially to those of us who are slow to move. This Gemini energy is going to help us get up, get out, and explore, expand our minds so we can create reality and, just tap into our creative nature. Okay, especially when it comes to like entrepreneurs or those of you who are going to be stepping more into like a public speaking light. This Gemini energy is going to be your best friend. Okay, and even if it's not a public speaking light, you just may want to improve your communication. Maybe you struggle with communicating, right? Anxiety. Maybe you just want to open your mind up to easier ways or different ways to do things. Again, the duality infused oil is going to be your best friend. It is available for pre-sale, and that is also going to be 26% off. So y'all can take advantage of the sale while it's here. They are going to be available in 2 sizes, the 2 ounce as well as the 4 ounce. Okay, so we have that going on, and I posted the video on our YouTube delving deeper into the Gemini new moon so we can know what to expect, how to align, how to connect. I shared some rituals, herbs, crystals, and things like that as well. So head over to our YouTube channel and make sure you check that video out so you can begin to work with this energy and we can move and flow and move in alignment. All right. So for the daily energy, I will be covering, it will be for May the 24th. And 1 second, because I need a drink really quick. All right, so for the 24th, I channeled to take the risk. There could be some kind of risk, some type of leap of faith that you're being called to take. Definitely we want to use that mental energy, though, as well, from Gemini, to think ahead and don't just be so impulsive. So we do want to lean into the logic, but then there is going to be some kind of illogical energy here that we're just going to have to push through. We want to weigh both sides. Like I said, plan for the worst. Prepare for the best, but plan for the worst. Okay, so I don't know how that's going to show up for you. I guess it's like this neutrality energy that I'm picking up, honestly. Okay, there we go. Because it is the 24th, and that adds up to 6, which represents that duality, that balance, Libra energy, right? And so we're being called to operate out of this space of neutrality. Operate out of neutrality. Not sure what your day looks like, not sure what your expectations look like, but we definitely want to flow. Okay, I'm definitely getting this message for myself because there's so many things I want to do, and I always feel pressured and overwhelmed when sale time comes, because it feels like every time a sale comes, I want to have so much jewelry available to y'all, and it seems like I never really get to have enough as much as I want to. Like, we have hella jewelry on the website, but I be wanting to bring new stuff like around the sale time, and I always want to do that, and it never seems like I'm able to really do what I want to do during the sale time. And so this is just a message for me. I'm just kind of talking to myself right now. Y'all just hold space, but y'all might need this too, where I'm talking about, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this, and tomorrow it may not look like that. Actually, tomorrow I got like 3 spiritual clearings to do, bitch. Back to back, bitch. Y'all got me booked, bitch. What? And I got 15 minutes in between each appointment, bitch. So I'm like, whoa. I got 3 hours of work, of intense work, because spiritual clearings takes a lot of energy, right? So there could be something that takes up more energy, takes up more space, takes up more time, and you may not have as much energy left over as you thought you did or that you would want, right? So honor what you feel. Honor what you feel. Honor what you know you need to do for yourself. Okay? You're going to get there. And that's why the message of the day was honor the journey, not just the finish. Because like myself, we're so focused on the end goal, the end goal, the end goal, the end goal, the end goal. And we burn ourselves out in between, rather it's stressing, over exerting ourselves, burnout, right? Over worrying, just like freaking out, just trying to get everything done. And it's like, this is a part of the journey. Trust the timing. Trust the timing. Okay? So yeah, for the most, I channel, it's a chill day. Some of y'all may be like, I channel brunch. Not sure if somebody's going to go out to brunch, or you may have to decline some kind of brunch offer or something like that. But we definitely, this is a time that we want to take for self-care. Woo! The lovely just said he need to reschedule the clearing for tomorrow, bitch. Why won't he do it? Is you up here today? Woo! Bitch! Why won't he do it? I mean, I don't mind showing up. I just got the text, y'all. I just got the text, so y'all just caught the live reaction. But the lovely said, I need to reschedule an appointment. You sure can, Dirty Dan, bitch. You sure can. So I say, won't he do it? So now I'm down to 2. Oh, shit. And I need to fix that shit, too. I said, damn, I only got a 15-minute buffer time. Bitch, I need about 30. Shit. Okay, y'all. Oh, you up here? Oh, hey. Did you do that because I said that? Did you do that? I'm going to feel bad if you do that. Just be one. Did you reschedule an appointment because I said what I just said? Because if that is the case, I feel a little bad now. But it's okay. We can still reschedule. But I said, I'm going to hit you back. So the colors for today are, and that's the thing too. That's the thing too, bitch. So, because in my mind, that's why we want to flow with tomorrow. I'm just talking because somebody going to need this word. And if somebody going to experience it tomorrow, you're going to think about exactly what I'm saying. Something may clear up because I'm like, ooh, I don't got to clear it. So maybe I got enough time to do something else. Just fucking flow. Sit the fuck down. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. I'm over here like, well, now I ain't got a reading, so maybe I could do this. Bitch, sit the fuck down. Maybe it moved out the way so you could go to sleep. Shit. You know? And my daughter, she out of town too, so I ain't got to do her hair on Sunday. So I literally get to sleep, and I get to sleeping on both days. We ain't got to show up to the shoulder mile, bitch. Okay, anyway. So yeah, if things move around, you know, don't try to fill your schedule up tomorrow. Don't try to fill your schedule up. Chill your schedule up. If that, yeah, we gonna chill tomorrow, bitch. Who chilling with me? You said, boy, I'm going to look at a new place and I'll be running around. Okay, great. I'll show you. Look at the alignment, divine assignment, bitch. All right, so that's what I got. Self-care, chill out, and the colors for today are black and silver. Okay, so y'all leave y'all black and I guess gray hearts down below. You all right? Just be one. I got you. I'm reading between the gaps. In the lines, whatever. All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get to tarot tea time. You and me time, bitch. I am tired. I am exhausted. Like, okay. My eyelids feel like they are 8,000 pounds. All right, so let's see. Where y'all hearts at? White. Y'all can leave some white too. So we can say black, silver, and white because it is in honor of the duality energy, right? Let's add some white plus white. Black, silver, and white. And we can add some little gold in there too. All right, so what we gonna start with? Let's start with some tarot. Now I want to start with work your light. We got 5 minutes. If anybody wants a reading, send your love offerings in. The doors will close in 5 minutes. You guys give me your very best. Ashe. Thank y'all for y'all engagement. I appreciate it so much. What we got? I ain't got no incense burning. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get the incense. If I don't do nothing else, I'm tripping like clown shoes. I gotta get the incense. I gotta get the ooze. Hold on. It's finger looking good. Shit, and I might not even tap into the show. After my segment, I'm probably gonna go take a shower and get the fuck in the bed. I'll be watching LaGuys when he be up here, but sometimes he be talking too long. Y'all be talking to him, y'all be doing y'all thing. But it be keeping me up, bitch, so I might not look. I might not look at the show. I might not be in the comments tonight, bitch. You sent your love offerings in? I saw that. I got you, Miss Toya. Okay, what we got? Oh, this is too much. It's too much. We got It's All Coming Together, Intuitive Hits, Soul Tribe. Right? So, like we talked about with the journey, honor the journey. Spirit's like, it's all coming together. Then we say that trust the process, trust the timing of things. And we have no. What do you need to say no to? What do you need to say no to? Literally. I told you this Gemini energy gonna have our ass running rugged. Geminis are like the fucking toddlers. Geminis are the toddlers. Aries is like the newborn. Geminis is, Taurus is like I say Gemini's like the toddlers. They like the toddlers too. Taurus is like the toddler. But Gemini's like that toddler, 7-year-old, 8-year-old. You know how they be fucking restless, bitch. They be wanting to run around, talk, do the most. Right? And so this Gemini energy gonna have us running rugged. So what do you need to say no to? And not even just with running rugged, like what boundaries do you need to set? Okay. But also it says wait, postpone. So like we said, you know, there just may be some things that you just need to delay. It's not necessarily like completely stopping something as a whole, but just kind of like pace yourself. And this lightning is sticking out as well. This lightning is sticking out as well, representing some kind of transformation. I'm picking up on that Oya energy here. So it's like, it's a lot of moving parts, even in the spiritual realm, you know, in the ethers and things like that. And so it's like, it's a lot that you're being prepared for. With this, it's all coming together, soul tribe. A lot of y'all have a lot of incoming energy, and spirit's like, rest, rest, rest. Have you answered your deepest calling in reverse here? Have you answered your deepest calling in reverse? So we have no, have you answered your deepest calling in reverse? Hold on, y'all. Let me sit with this. Okay, so I'm seeing like a staff be like bammed into the ground, and it's like something is breaking. It's like ice. It's like it's cracking the ice. But it's like a halt energy that I'm picking up on. It's a halt and like a crack as well. So yeah, okay. So this is kind of what I'm saying, if y'all can follow me. So you see this sword, right? TikTok, I know it's a little, okay, I'll try to get a little focus. So you see the sword, and I see the sword, try to see if I can get y'all focused too. TikTok is a little, YouTube is a little wonky. But I see the sword piercing down into the earth, and this is like it's like piercing down into this triangle and creating some kind of shift, some kind of transformation here. So some of y'all may have just recently done something or said something, or you have been pushing towards, and you're like cracking some kind of code here. And so, like I said, there is some transformation happening beneath the surface that is in alignment with your calling, with your purpose. Some of y'all may want to work with Oya. I'm feeling called to pronounce her name different as well. Differently. I mean, other people call her Oya, but I normally say Oya. But I've been feeling Oya lately. Okay, let me see what else. And this is that warrior woman. Give me one more from this deck. Black Hawk said, oh, you may be talking to me? Bitch, I might be. Give me one more, thank you. We have get grounded. Highly sensitives, empaths, connect with nature. So with this get grounded, like I said, with this rest, this stabilizing your energy. Oh yeah, we gotta get a grip, y'all. We are all over the place. I hope this ain't just me, bitch. Are y'all all over the? Do y'all talk to me? Cause y'all pretty quiet. Y'all in here, but we pretty quiet right now. Do y'all feel like this mental overload? And it may not feel like stress, right? Cause like me, I'm eager to do the different things. I'm eager to do the damn jars and shit. I'm eager to make content. I'm eager to like create jewelry. I'm eager to do these things. But it's a lot. Are y'all feeling like the rush of this Mercury, this Gemini energy, or is it just me? Ray Bay said definitely all over the place. Okay. You're doing a lot. Oh my gosh. So it's not just me. Like, and so if this get grounded, it's like, that's that damn staff that I see too. Like, all right, now hold on. Let's we're gonna continue to move down that path, but we don't have to run, but you don't have to sprint. Okay, it's paces to this shit, right? There's gonna be a time we sprint. There's gonna be a time we do a little run. There's gonna be a time we do a little, you know, they got a little walk. They got a little race walk. The walk race. I don't know why that looked so funny. Y'all saw that before? Y'all saw the walk race before? Where they be walking real fast. You can't run, but you walk real fast. You know what I mean? It's going to be some time that you got to slow it down. You said not at all. Just tired. Not at all. More tired than usual too. Okay. Y'all said not at all. Not at all what? Not at all. Oh, I'm not by myself? Which one? I don't know. Kenyatta said, it's hard to put in words. Thoughts all over the place. Yes. Kyla said, laugh out loud. I have. Peace, babe. Oh, my goodness. Drea said, I do catch myself having to tell myself to sit down somewhere because I just be finding something to do for real. Mabu said, I am attempting to break generational curses. And I think I'm here. I think I am breaking through. Ashe. You said not a scattered brain. Oh, you're not scattered brain or all over the place. I'm not scattered brain. My brain ain't scattered, bitch. It's just like, I'm like, ooh. Well, I guess, is that scattered? Is it? Because I can focus on one thing. But then after I do that, I'm like, all right, now I'm about to do this. Okay, after I do that, I'm like, now I'm about to do this. Or while I'm doing it, I'm thinking about what I'm about to do next. But I don't feel, it's not scattered in a way where it's like paralyzing, but I guess it still is scattered because I'm like all over the place. I don't know. Shit. I shame. Oh, not mentally overloaded. Okay. Oh shit. Well, I am. I got a lot of stuff that I want to bring and do. Okay, y'all. So that's what we got for that deck. I want to pull a few tarot. Well, the Odisha calling me. Hold on. Ashe Graffiti. You said I see what you mean, but no, not overloaded either. Ashe, well, let's trade. That's why we got to get grounded. I know that's why I have to get grounded. Hold on. Mystique said, I'm tired of talking about it. It's time to work for me while resting in my femininity. I'm always on go about getting things done instead of letting it flow. Ashe. Hi, Aisha. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, Graffiti. I don't know. I didn't see your name up there. I didn't see your name as like blocked. You said, hey, I closed out a karmic cycle. It's my resting period. Ashe. I share it. I did this beautiful, I'm sharing it tomorrow. I did this beautiful cut and clear for this lovely. She had a 28 a 28-year karmic cycle with her husband. And when I say that ritual was so powerful, like, y'all gonna see it. Y'all may even feel the energy on the video. Like, that cord cutting, and I'm getting a chill just thinking about it. I don't know, like, the cord cutting rituals have been my thing lately, like, just observing them, especially being that I've been taking a different route, a different approach when it comes to how I conduct my cord clearings. But they all are so unique. They all tell a different story. They all have their own different energy. They all burn differently, but the same, because her spirit literally, I told y'all, my client's candles be gone, as y'all can see when I post it. But hers left her husband in the dust. But it was so interesting because it was like the cord cut. Some of y'all may need to book your cord cutting rituals, y'all, for real. We're not talking about this for no reason. But when the cord cut, it burned from her end on one side first, because I had a knot in the middle. So it burned on one side. So the other string from her side was still there, connected to his, right? And from the perspective that I had it, you could literally see, like, it looked like his arms were the cord, and he was holding on to her one arm that was still there. And then it finally burned, and then his it's like it burned right at the knot, but the knot was on his side. So it burned as a circle. It cut the cord, and the circle just dropped around him, and then his flame began to burn. I can't wait. Y'all gotta stay posted. Y'all gotta stay tuned, because this video is so beautiful. It burned from the middle. It was like his core was like the flames was just burning this inside part of his candle, and her candle went livid. Like, she was so free. It was really beautiful. Her candle started dripping from the beginning, like her soul was crying. It was very, very, very beautiful. Very, very liberating. I was like, oh my gosh. So the jar rituals and the rituals are going to be 26% off. So if y'all do want to book y'all cut and clears or any other ritual that resonates with you, they will be 26% off starting at midnight, okay? So we have thunder. This thunder is thunder and the thunder. Lightning and a thunder. This thunder, okay, we have Shango energy here. Sudden change, justice, power, transformative moments. I talked about that transformation energy happening here. And we're going to put that right under there. Some of y'all with this, it's all coming together. Soul tribe, your ancestors, all of them from this life and past, right, are coming together on your behalf. Give me one for this all together. It's coming together. We got Ibije. Y'all know how I do with these damn names. Okay, representing the balance of opposites, the duality. Reminds us to embrace harmony in life and find both unity and duality. Y'all go get y'all damn duality. Go get your infused oil on CrystallineMars.com. But it's all coming together. So with that card being clarified with this twin energy, this duality energy, it's like this meeting. It's like this meeting here when it comes to the work that you have been doing in the dark. Yes. Oh my gosh. We have both the Magician and we have the Moon, which are both like spiritual cards. And we have the Two of Cups. So this is, yes, and the Six of Cups here. Oh my gosh, it is coming together. And we have the Queen of Wands here. This is so beautiful. Okay. So whatever works you have been doing in the spirit is meeting. It's grounding itself. That's what's grounding. Some of y'all are about to take the fuck off, man. Like, it's really about to pick up for a lot of you. Some of y'all have been very, very, very specific. I'm getting Sierra's prayer. So that could just be symbolized. Somebody's names could be Sierra, something like that. The initials RS. But I'm also getting, like I said, it's a rush of energy, and some of y'all been very specific that Sierra's prayer was a song around Sierra, the artist. She just has, like, at least what it seems like, a perfect marriage and things like that. And people are like, what did you do? How did you get him? Especially considering your last relationship with future, right? And so this could be something that you've been praying hard for. This could be some kind of like miracle or something as well, but some kind of manifestations that are grounding itself. Your tribe is coming in. Some of y'all are very, very artistic here. We have Aja. How you say Aja? No, it's not Aja. This your girl, Graffiti. The Odisha of the forest, the healer who shares the power of nature's medicine. Her guidance urges you to connect with nature and to trust its healing abilities for balance and well-being. So this connecting with nature, this doesn't just feel like, this is not only about external outside nature. This is about connecting back to who you are naturally. Who you are naturally. Some of y'all are natural born leaders. Some of y'all are natural born speakers. Some of y'all are natural born creatives. Some of y'all are just, you're a natural, you're a pro at what you do without you even trying. It's so authentic. Some of y'all may even be starting to see a lot of people's inauthenticity. What's this get grounded? So you over here. So the get grounded is that Aja. How you say it? You said that's my guy, but she's a girl. You said, is she smoking? Technically I don't. I see the smoke, but it doesn't look like anything's in her hand. So I'm not sure. But that could be a message, you know, connect with your herbs, right? Add some herbs to your roll-ups. Okay, so who do we have for warrior woman? Oh, we have two. Oh, we have Oshun. Oshun is a warrior. And we have the arrow. Okay, so we have Oshosi here, representing focus, precision, and discipline required for success in achieving goals. And we have Oshun. So some of y'all are right on target here. Some of y'all are right on target. Some of y'all may want to book your Sweet Life Manifesto ritual. Some of y'all have already booked them on the website in the past. And y'all, things have never, it hadn't been the same since. Right? But even if you did not book your ritual, this is not about the ritual itself. This is about you being on target, or you're being called to pause so you can adjust your aim or something like that as well. But we have Oshun and we have Shango here. Okay, so some of y'all may want to work with them too. All right, so that's what I have. Honestly, that's what I have for the collective. I think we're gonna go ahead and close up now. I want to close up with some Kipper though. Ashe Graffiti. Ashe Kyla. Yep, Trigger Happy. Welcome into all of you joining. Thank you so much for your likes and your super chats, your cash apps, all that stuff y'all sent. What we got? So let's close out for the collective. What's a close out message for the collective? Okay. We have imprisonment here. We have courtship. 4/29, September the 24th may be significant. February 9th may be significant. Let me see. This is you being locked in. This isn't a negative energy that I'm picking up with this imprisonment and courtship. You and somebody about to lock in even tighter, or you locking in with something that's in alignment here. This is giving like a positive locked in. Like y'all know, like locked in, like it's a lock. Yeah, we got the thief. Yup. So, Okay, perfect. So tomorrow is the 24th. This is card number 24, right? And this is just a message moving forward. But some of us may feel like, I gotta do it now. I gotta do it now. If I don't do it now, right? If I don't have the jewelry on a sale, the lovelies may not get it, whatever, right? If I don't do it now, I'm gonna miss something. If I don't do it now, somebody's gonna take something. If I don't do it now, and it's like, yeah and no, okay? Because what's for you is for you. It is important that we take advantage of the seasons and things like that, but that don't mean exhaust ourselves. We gotta stop and gas up. Okay? So with this imprisonment and courtship, how are you robbing yourself with this thief from resting or balancing your energy? How are you balancing or not your energy? How are you trying to lock yourself in too masculine where you just go, 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 go? How are you trying to lock yourself into feminine where you just go, 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 go? Or you just meditate, spiritual work. It's like, okay, it's a balance. It's a balance. And that balance is, you have to figure out what that looks like for you. Okay? But whatever this is that you locked in on, I told you, whatever this is that's coming, that's a lock, this thief energy, it can't take it away. It can't take it away. Something about jail. Ooh. Somebody may be coming out of jail or going to jail. Somebody may be going to jail. Somebody, the father of their child or the mother of their child or something like, or it's some kind of, somebody may have a relationship with somebody who is in a jailhouse, and you may definitely just need to do some protection work, right, to cover yourself, because there's a lot of stuff going on there, and you don't want that stuff transferred over to you. Or if it's some kind of like ex or something like that, like ask yourself, like, why am I still talking to them? Maybe you feel bad because, you know, they in there. But somebody is definitely feeding off somebody's energy here. This imprisonment, courtship, and thief, I'm also picking up on like some past cut and clears, like I said. Cut and fucking clears. Something may be holding on tight. But we have unexpected income. I told you something locked in and it didn't feel negative. Give me one more. Thank you. We have change. Card number 9. Card number 9. Oh yeah, showed up again at the very end. And we have sudden wealth. 9/11. Sudden wealth. 9/11. Unexpected income. So there's definitely, like I said, with this unexpected income, this is beyond just coins. This is energy. I told you, y'all have a surge of energy coming in, and it's going to come in and hit you like a ton of bricks, and before you know it, you're going to be there. And you can't turn back. You can't undo it. Your higher self is not going to let you undo it. Okay? So with this 11, this sudden wealth, this is in alignment with your vision, right? And like I said, it's going to bring some kind of stability here. We got the adjudication in reverse. So some of y'all, it could be something where you just felt like left out, or, you know, denied or something like that. Or somebody may have like really tried to send it out for you, but it's okay, because what's for you is for you. So that's going to be our declaration that we close out with, right? I will not miss what is for me. I will not miss what is for me. I will not miss what is for me. Ashe? Ashe. Noel says spiritual jail to love. Yes, for sure. That's why I didn't say spiritual jail, but that's why I said somebody, and that's Ashe to that. But that's why I said you may need to protect your energy, because somebody may be leeching off. That was where I was going. I just didn't use the term spiritual jail. But yeah, somebody may very well be locked in spiritually in hell, right? In spiritual jail, stuck. Things are not moving for them, or energetically they're just low and they need some kind of source or something, and you may be that source. The client that I had broke the, I did the cord cutting for her yesterday when I was doing her ritual, and I was just channeling their energy. And what I had gathered from her cord cutting was she was literally his shield. She was his shield, protecting him from his karma for 28 years and some, because she was his guardian angel in the past life. She was protecting him. He was literally using her as the motherfucking shield, bitch. And so now that she's cleared away, because it was like his flame, like I said, it was burning, the cord was burning this front part, but then it was a fire, like the cord had a fire going around the back, and it was a small flame behind him. It was a small flame behind his candle. And it wasn't touching the candle, but it was a few inches away from his candle. As the front was burning, it was a small flame in the back. And it was like this, it's some shit that he don't see coming, right? Some shit that he probably did see coming that he was just trying to avoid. So there's definitely this karmic energy spinning a block. And so y'all just make sure you keep your hands clean, clear your energy, stay prayed up, honor your body, rest when you need to rest, and know you're going to be blessed when you need to be blessed at all times. Ashe? So, you said, what the hell? What the hell? I'm burning candle with no wick. I don't get it. What you mean? Ashe. So that concludes our collective tarot tea time. Thank y'all for sharing this space. Y'all meet us here tomorrow. Stay with us. I'm up now about to get into the personal readings. I'm sure if y'all still stay here, is something here for you in this message to decipher and decode for yourself, right? A reflection of you talking to you. So we're going to start with Baby Boo from last night. Are you here? I don't think I've seen him in the comments today. Feliz, are you here? Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz, are you here? And then we have Miss Toya. Miss Toya for general. And Feliz wanna love. Are you here, Feliz? If not, I'm not doing you today. You said Lagos joining. I believe so. So yeah, y'all still stay with us too because we're gonna have the spiritual lesson. And I know Brother Lagos be coming with the perspectives. Feliz, I don't think Feliz is here. Hold on, let me see something real quick. Hold on. No. Noelle said I sub. Thank you. And we're here every night. So meet us here every night that you can. But thank you so much for the subscribe. All right. And y'all head over to the website. 26% off of the site-wide sale off the site for Memorial Day. CrystalineMars.com starts in a few hours at midnight. We got $5 jewelry, $10 jewelry, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. All right, so this is for Miss Toya. Miss Toya Townsend. You have the Ace of Wands in reverse. You said not tomorrow, though. Oh, yes. No, my bad. I forgot. Thank you, Kyla. Yes, we are not here every day anymore. We just changed our show hours, so I forgot. We are here Sunday through Friday. Sunday through Friday. Friday night. Sunday through Friday night. Kev said, anyone ever told you look like a finer version of Missy Elliott? No, I never heard that one. Graffiti said, I'm putting a down payment on a duality oil tomorrow. Okay. Graffiti like, bitch, I'm getting mine. I say. All right, Miss Toya. You got the Queen of Pentacles. The Four of Wands. The Five of Pentacles. The Emperor in reverse. Okay. Okay. So Spirit definitely wants to encourage you to just trust where you are right now. Things may not seem to be moving at all. And it feels like you're waiting for something to celebrate or you're waiting for some good news to come in, but something is not moving. Something is not moving. It could be around your finances or something like that. You could have asked a question because your Ace of Wands, this is in reverse, and that's your third eye. So you may have been asking for vision or clarity or, you know, some answers, and I feel like something has not came in yet. And Spirit's like, peace be still. That's what I'm getting for you. Peace be still. Peace be still. Oh, we got one more. Okay, not from here. From where? OG, okay. I'm just gonna pull one from OG. What's this? We have processing. Yeah, I told you. Okay, so let this be confirmation, Miss Toya. It doesn't seem like things are moving, but they are. Things are processing. Remember yesterday I was bitching about my order on live, and I was like, I had made an investment earlier this month, and the shipping label didn't update. When I got off the show, the shipping label actually updated while I was on the show at 9/11. Then we just channel 9/11 at 9:11 p.m. last night when we were on the show. It left California. My order left California. So I was like, Ashe! So it's on the way, right? I told y'all I've been waiting forever. So that could have been something that you were waiting forever for. But Spirit wants you to go ahead and move as if it already is. And yeah, shift your energy. It feels like you're more like just a very like nonchalant kind of energy. And you don't have to get all Sherman excited. But definitely begin to think more positively in regards to the outcome, okay? So that's what I have for you, Miss Toya. Okay. So I just text Brother guys. I don't know if he's gonna respond, so I'm gonna run the angel number back really quick and do a love reading for y'all. Not a love reading, a reading on the house. So I'm thinking of a number between 900 and 950. 900 and 950. 900 and 950. Drop your number down. Whoever gets it first, we'll get a reading. Between 900 and 950. 900 and 950. Drop whatever number it is that you intuitively feel. You can drop a few, whatever. 900 and 950. 900 and 950. Between 900 and 950. You know, I got to say it a million times for y'all. Come on, y'all. Between 900 and 950. Nobody hit it yet. Nobody hit it yet. $900 and $950. Between 900 and 950. Y'all coming through with the 911s, but it's not 911. And it's not 911. 900 and 950. 900 and 950. Come on, y'all. 900 and 950. Y'all got me second guessing my number. Like, what is it again? 900 and 950. What's the number, y'all? Who got it? Somebody got it, but it's mixed up, so you don't have it. Somebody put a number up here, but it's mixed up. Between 900 and 950. 900 and 950. Y'all struggling tonight, bitch. Come on. Between 900 and 950. We still ain't got it. Some of y'all close, but not quite. Come on. Who gonna get it tonight? Between 900 and 950. 900 and 950. Y'all struggling like a bitch tonight. Nino, there you go. Nino got it. 934. Nino, you got it. Nino did 943 earlier. And that's why I said somebody said it, but they had it mixed up. We are done. 934, that's it. Don't nobody try to type it in now and be like, oh, I did it. No, you didn't. I ain't seen it. We are done. I saw Nino's. I don't see no 934s nowhere else. Nino got it, okay? Oh, man. You so crazy. Okay. All right, there we go. So, Nino, y'all struggling tonight, bitch. Y'all was struggling. I think this was the longest one we ever had, bitch. That took 12 minutes, but it's okay. So, Nino, I'm going to pull and see what you need to know right now. Oh, man, you said we out our mind. Nah, y'all almost got a brain, right? Nah, it was just me. Graffiti said, damn, I was trying to redeem myself from last night. Y'all, Graffiti sent me a screenshot. Graffiti had typed the number in on YouTube, but obviously his comments are blocked for whatever reason, so I didn't get to see it. Graffiti said, I try to redeem myself. Oh, Ashay, you know, and I might slide you in there because you did have it. You did put it up there. You sent me the screenshot. So, you know, we got the 9 of Wands in reverse. I'm going to pull a 3 card for y'all. Or 4. We have the Hierophant in reverse. We have the Magician upright. We have the 2 of Cups upright. Okay. So, So, Nino, I feel like there is some kind of prayer, chant, or mantra that you need to create. Some kind of prayer, chant, or mantra that you need to create. There is some, yeah. I would encourage, I'm gonna add some candles on a website, some like black candles. Or you could get your own, but you do need to do like, you need to work with some black candles. You need to start cutting some stuff out. You need to like, in different ways, okay? So you could do it through prayer, through visualization, meditation, through ritual, right? Connecting with the flame, connecting with the water. But it does feel like it's this repetitive energy here, and you need to move some stuff around. It has to do with a contract with I mean, it's not just one being, but it's like two. It's this trickster energy here still. And they are slowing you the F down. They really are. They got you at a stop right now. So until you start to do some things differently, this energy is going to keep continuing to stop you in your tracks. It's like it's in the way of you. It's like it's a wedge between your light body and your dark body. It's like this being, this energy that's just like there, like, no, you will not join, you will not emerge. So with this magician here, it's definitely some work that needs to be done. And it goes beyond awareness. Okay? So that's what I got for you. Thank y'all for sharing this space, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and I guess call it a night. I really wanted to have the daily energy done tonight, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm tired. Maybe I'll do some tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. All right, y'all. But again, we done for tonight. Well, I'm done for tonight. Y'all stay with us. Brother Lagos is about to get into the spiritual lesson. Ooh, bitch, I said I wasn't going to watch it tonight. He would talk about some damn dating. I want to see. Remember I said I wasn't going to be in the comments? Bitch, y'all going to see me in the comments. The topic of tonight is the art of dating. The art of dating. So, let's see what he got to say. He done ran off on the plug twice. Y'all know he can't. He Mr. Productive. I'm not about to just sit here head ass. You said get that rest. I'm gonna try. I've been going. Look, I've been going to bed at like 5 because he be up doing stuff, and I've been going to bed like 4 o'clock in the morning for all week. I've been going to bed like between 4 and 3 a.m. and then I'll wake up at like 10, 11. But yeah, I've been up all night. Got me up all night. Ooh. So. Where his bean head go? He said, peace to Blade. Peace to Blade tonight was fire. Ashe. Noel, what you talking about? Noel, when your birthday? You like to talk. When your birthday? You born on the 25th. When your birthday? Noel, tell me your birthday. What's your birthday? You're a Cap, the goat. I ain't say what's your sign. When's your birthday? See, you can't even follow instructions. What in the hell is the guys doing? $1370. I thought you was fucking with me at first because it said $1370. I'm like, what the fuck is that? But that's January the 3rd, I'm assuming. Okay. Look, guys! What is he doing? Shit. Dead. All right, I hear his phone. All right, y'all. Oh, shit. TikTok. Hold on. He said, oh, I know that's mine. Is the 25th. How's Gemini season? Thank you, Graffiti, because the guys got us over here on the intermission. Here you go. And then he not forgot something. He's so annoying. He is so annoying. You said he's probably a Leo rising. Who, Lagos? No, I believe Lagos is a Cancer rising, if I'm not mistaken. You said I thought you were gonna do graffiti. I thought I was too, but then Lagos was gonna come, and then yeah, I got you graffiti. Graffiti on my to-do list. All right, y'all. Let me go ahead before he run out again. Hold on. Ran off on the plug twice. Try to call him. I ain't call him. Bite. Hold on. All right, y'all.
Peace, family.
Peace.
Today's spiritual lesson is a dating lesson. The art of dating. I was actually teaching this to my son today. I was explaining to him. And this process is for both men and women, and everyone should practice this in the same exact way. This is how I've always practiced it, just naturally. So, and it makes sense to do things this way. When it comes to dating, even if you're LGBTQ, it really doesn't matter. This is beyond sexual preference. Whoever you decide to date, you should not, for the most part, there can be some exceptions, but for the most part, you should not be going on a date with a stranger. You should almost never be going on a date with a stranger, right? And I'm not necessarily talking about safety reasons, things like that. Yeah, well, of course there's safety, concerns, right? But besides that, you shouldn't go on dates with strangers because it leaves too much risk for wasting time, wasting resources, wasting energy, right? Dates are meant to be enjoyable. Dates are meant to be fun. Dates are meant to be beneficial. You're meant to go on dates with people who you are already compatible with and already share similarities. You already share certain qualities. You already have a certain amount of compatible beliefs, concepts, experiences, right? So how do you go about doing this? Well, it's very simple. You date people that you know. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be just people that you grew up with, even though that'd be the best, scenario. But you date people that you know, meaning that you at least have spent 3-4 times in conversation with them, right? In passing is usually, you just happen to see them at a particular store. Maybe you happen to run into them at their job. Maybe you run into them, at certain venues, at certain events, at certain places where they just happen to be, right? And you happen to conversate, and the conversation happens to go well. Now, if you don't know each other, right, it's a stranger, it's a person you've never seen before, but you want to talk to them, by all means talk to them, but kind of keep it just that, talk to them, right? As I was telling my son, do not make it a mission to go out and get a one number, because you don't know them. And you don't know what you're getting into. You don't know if you're even compatible, if you have any real true similarities. It's just, you want to, before you ever go to do anything with them, you want to just know, do I even like you? Do I like you as a person? Right? That's number one. Number two, do we actually have any similarities in our ideologies, in our beliefs, in our thought processes, in our wants and desires, in our experiences? What ways are we compatible? In what ways what do we share? Right? This is how I go about when it comes to forming any type of relationship with any woman that pretty much, for the majority, every relationship I've ever been in, is I always just see how it goes first. Just see how the first meeting goes. Ashe. And then usually, let's say if it goes really, really well in that first meeting, is really long conversations, then yes, it makes sense to pass information, right? But if it's just kind of in passing, it doesn't, to me, make much sense to typically try to exchange information, right? Because you also have to take into account the universe. You have to take into account the universe. The universe, I wouldn't necessarily say it's written in stone who you're going to be in a relationship with, but I think there are certain options, right? Where you have certain options. Some people you may have to be that's you are meant 100% to be in a relationship with them. But there are other people who maybe it's like a 50-50 chance depending on which route you decide to go in your life. Where if you happen to go this route, you'll be in a relationship with them. If you go a different route, you'll be in a relationship with somebody else. Or somebody else. Or somebody, like there are these options in life, right? There is a certain level of options, of possibilities. Right. So that being said, even if you have a connection with someone, you first see them and you're like, oh, I'm highly attracted to them. That doesn't mean you were actually meant to be together. There's been plenty of times where I have connected with a woman and we're very compatible and we end up, having multiple scenarios where we are in each other's presence and we're having deep conversations, right? About whatever, all different types of things. And then after we have connected in those random scenarios, random situations, right? Those random days where we just happen to run into each other. Before it could ever go any further, before numbers could ever be exchanged, before those things happen, all of a sudden, I end up being removed from that area to where I never come back, or at least I don't come back for a long, long time, or they end up being moved in some kind of way. Something in life has taken them out of the equation, and for whatever, we just never know what happens to each other. We just never see each other again, right? Those are the relationships where the connection was there, but we were not meant to be together in any romantic way. Right? But there's a lot of us, what we're doing is, as soon as we see someone we're attracted to, as soon as we see a guy who's 6'6", 6'7", as soon as we see a woman who has the voluptuous BBL, whatever, as soon as we see somebody that we're just so highly attracted to, maybe have the clout, maybe they're famous, whatever, we just quickly want to get the information, quickly want to hook up, quickly want to try to start something. And this is why I believe so many situations are just very, very short, one-night standish, those type of things, because you were never really meant to be together in the first place, but we are forcing the energy, trying to take it somewhere where it's really not meant to go, right? Which causes a underlying energetic and emotional and mental trauma that we're not even realizing is happening, is being created. Right. So it is my advice to everyone that let it happen naturally, in the sense that, one, spend those first couple of times, those few times interacting with somebody. Yes, if you like them, yes, try to connect, yes, try to talk to them, yes, try to build, but don't try to go straight in for the passing of information. Because you do want to see what the universe has in store. You use those first couple of scenarios, unless you spend an hour or 2 hours talking to each other, then by all means share the information. But if you only spend a couple minutes, right, you probably more than likely should want to kind of, to really see if you really meant to be together. You might want to not exchange information and just wait for another time when you reconnect, if you ever reconnect ever again. All right? And if that happens another time or 2 more times or 3 more times, and y'all getting into deeper and deeper conversations, then now you are getting an indication from the universe that, hey, this is a thing. And then you also get time to come to a conclusion whether I actually like this person, number one, do I like their personality, and do we have things in common? And then if you decide to exchange information and then go out on a date, the date will not be about trying to impress each other, because you will already be connected. You will already be vibing. The date will not be about impressing each other. The date will not be about how much money is spent. The date will not be about what you're wearing, what you have on. No, the date will be about us connecting, spending more time in a more intimate scenario so we could connect on an even deeper level instead of trying to put on an act and trying to save face and trying to impress each other and trying to get to know each other. No, you already know each other. We're just trying to get to connect deeper. Ashe. That is the art of dating. It was the same process that I have done with Dublé as well. Right? Those first few times, there were no numbers exchanged. Right? Because I wanted to see, is this really a thing, or is this just something that's real quick, that's going to be here and then gone? Is this real true interest, or is just us, we just have a certain level of physical attraction? Or do we actually have a cosmic connection? And do we have actual similar interests and similar ways of thinking or seeing the world? Right? And once I saw over time that yes, this seems to be the scenario, and yes, we seem to be reconnecting multiple times without ever having to call or text each other. We're just in the same space. We're just meeting up. We're just connecting. Then that starts to give me the indication that, okay, let's see where this can go. Because I know that now if I actually take time out of my life and day to spend with you, it's going to at least be a pretty decently good time, because I've already experienced enough of you. Ashe. So that is today's spiritual / dating lesson. We'll not go into the Q&A. Ashe. Ashe. Say peace to everybody on the social medias, peace to the OGs on IG and the TikTokers, as well as all the YouTubers. We appreciate all the likes, shares, subscribes, and the super chats, the Zells, the Cash Apps, the reposts, and all those good things. Ashe. Peace to Kong No Pause. I see you. And J. Osanis. Ashe. Now I see about got a few people in the camera thing. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. They were earlier, I guess. Ashe. But if anyone's trying to come on, you can. You're welcome to come on on the face to face. Is it Friday? Yeah, the face to face Fridays. Ashe. Peace to Carolyn Pitts over there, and to B1 Now, and to Dot Mama. Yeah, share. Yeah, graffiti. Yeah, we can do the face to face today. Face to face Fridays. Let's see. Oh my, what is Knowles Carpentry? Got all of this. They talking a lot. I don't think it's about carpentry though. I don't know. It sounds like a lot. Okay, wait a minute. No, you just... Hold on. I don't even know where it starts. Okay. Okay, I don't think Noel's really talking about anything. Yeah, it's not even worth, I don't think, even reading what Knowles is talking about. He or she, I think it's he, just talking. Dr. Elvis, do you know that there is an ex who manipulated your relationship life with a bad spell, all because of jealousy? Why, yes, there's a couple of them actually that have done that. I've had a couple of exes who've done some bad juju and voodoo type of things. I've had some women who are not even an ex of mine who've done that as well. So that's the thing. When you come into the spiritual realm, when you get into these higher vibrations as a man, you're going to be dealing with some higher vibrational women, and there is a chance that some of them are going to definitely put some spells on you. But see, they'll put spells on you to start the relationship, they'll put spells on you during the relationship, they'll put spells on you after the relationship, right? It's all part of the game. The strong men, the strong spiritual men are able to overcome these spells. They're able to see through the spells. They're able to shake off the spells and rise above the spells, right? It is a challenging process, but if you can survive it, not all men survive it too well. There are some men who definitely fall a great victim to it. I know of some of them that have. But for those who are able to survive it and work their way through it, you become quite strong, right? Those same women will either force you to grow or to break. And if you grow, you will actually become, your power will be quite significant. It will be quite significant, Ashe, beyond even what the women themselves are capable of. Ashe, I'm gonna get to you in a second. Graffiti, I just want to read, see if there's anything else interesting here. All right, Noel's. Dr. Elvis also says, do you know that okay, he's saying the same thing. Appreciate it, Dr. Elvis. So go ahead and bring Graffiti on, see what Graffiti has to share with us today.
Peace, OG. Let's go in the building.
What's it going?
Things are going here. I know around your stuff, big things are going.
Ashe.
I was just opening these. I do some product placement real quick.
Say you doing what?
I don't know if these sold out yet, but y'all run to CrystaLineMars.com, grab your affluence oil and your low oils.
Oh yeah, Ashe to the oils. Yes, we do have the oils.
Which y'all running 26% off Memorial Day. So there you go. That's the plug. All right, how you feeling, G?
Yes, I'm feeling well. We appreciate the placements. Ashe.
No doubt. I've been going hard with this awakening, man. This transformation that's happening for me, and I'm just aligning with it all. But I've been thinking about that read you did, that poll you did for me last night, where I got a lot of balance from it as far as the waters above, below, and the earth, and how Mother God is influenced by it all. Doing feeling the love from knowing or doing the work and knowing who's ready to do the work. Also, what was the last thing from it? Just the joy in it all. that's the reward in itself. Like getting to the end isn't necessarily the end goal. What I'm gonna be, or what I'm looking forward to is pretty much putting a smile on people's face, and like within their heart and their spirit too. Not just like bringing it to their whole reality, and that's gonna be the true reward from it all.
Sure. Sure. Well, if that is your mission, if that's what you that's what's important to you, putting a smile on people's faces, then I share to that, and I wish you best of luck there. That's definitely not my mission, though. I'll tell you that much.
Nah. I feel you.
Definitely not mine.
But
not that I don't want to.
Only,
not to say that I don't want to help people. I very greatly do want to help people, but I have no desire to put smiles on their faces, because that's easy to do. That's actually that's what social media does already. That's what
that's why I said
Hollywood does already.
The heart and the spirit too, like making somebody feel whole, not just the front. They can get something somewhere else. Something that's soul fulfilling.
What do you think is soul fulfilling?
Existing in the piece that you created, or the reality where you're
Shay Talana.
Where you just you, honestly.
Okay. So if being you is what's soul fulfilling, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you plan on helping people to accomplish being themselves? Because that's the goal, right? They have to be themselves. So how are you going to help them to accomplish that?
That's a tough one. That can be answered with just a simple like this is who you are. That takes some soul searching to do.
Okay. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, but how would you help them though? Because that's your mission is to help people be soul fulfilled, right? And to be soul fulfilled, you're saying is they have to be themselves. So if your mission is to help them to be soul fulfilled, was it to help them be themselves? How do you plan on helping them, assisting them into fulfilling that, into reaching that?
I don't think I'm that far in the past to get the answer. Because it's a couple ways, but spiritually, let's say this. Spiritually, I'm not there where I can get people to that point.
Okay.
Like I'm still learning myself and going through these phases myself. So,
Gotcha.
So that's further down the road.
Gotcha.
I'm speaking more so on my personal level that I'll be able to share with people.
Okay.
Is to be like, okay, I've been in so kind of space before, where I was doubting myself, fear, anxiety, depression, all of that. Okay. And then coming along, there's really once you get past that those barriers holding yourself back, there's really, like, how do I say this? It's really just the experience of it. Like as far as life goes, like,
I'm gonna get to your question
like
in a second.
Moving from one space
Lana,
to another is what I'm trying to get at.
Say it again.
Like moving from one, like existing in one space to what's more aligned with you is what I'm getting at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, see, that's a tricky thing because well, in one sense, it's very simple because there's the soul fulfillment, and then there's the self, and then there's the, I'll say, self fulfillment. The self-fulfillment is very simpler because it's based off of your birthday, right? It does not mean, it's not necessarily have to be like a pinpoint, this is exactly what you're going to do if you're born on this day. But it does mean that you're going to need to participate in something that has to do, that is related to this vibration or to this energy, right? So when you look at like your midhaven sign, like mine is a Pisces, that the midhaven deals with career, right?
Give me a birth chart reading, which
yeah, the birth chart reading definitely would assist with that. Dublé has the birth chart reading. I've taught her how to do the birth chart reading, so she definitely can assist you if you sign up for that on CrystalineMars.com. Well, like I said, the midhaven is going to deal with your career, and then you have the other parts of your, and then you have like your life path number that deals with something you're supposed to master. Your North Node has to do with the energy that you're meant to master, right? So these are some, and then you got your like the different sign, your different planet placements, your Mercury, your Venus, your Mars. That tells you, you know, what's the best things to focus on as far as your Mercury. What's the best type of relationships, your Venus. What's the best type of the best way to direct your actions, or those to get into a sexual type of connection with, that's your Mars. The type of energy that brings you the most growth and expansion, that's your Jupiter. The energy that creates that you're supposed to use to help to organize your life and to be mindful of, because if you don't handle this energy properly, that gives you bad karma, that's your Saturn. Your Uranus is the energy that's going to switch and change in your life or create new things or innovations in your life. That's your Uranus. You know, your Pluto, that's going to be your challenging planet that it's going to always challenge you, but if you overcome it, then that's where you start to see your evolution come into place, right? So,
is right.
huh?
I was gonna talk about my challenge that's really gonna be for me on this path is the understanding of the people.
Okay. What is your Pluto?
How do we,
What is your Pluto? Do you know?
yeah, and that's exactly why I'm bringing this up. Would you like to know, or?
Yeah. What is your Pluto?
Scorpio.
Scorpio. Okay. So I have also a Pluto Scorpio as well. So I am very familiar with how that works. Right. So that being the case, that means that, and what is you know what your North Node is?
I believe Cancer.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that.
Okay. So, okay. So that being the case, if that's true, if Cancer is your North Node, which means that you actually need to master your ability to have close relationships with people. So the Scorpio part, the issue you're going to have is with dark energies. That's what Scorpio is. It's the dark energies, right? So you're going to have challenges with people's dark sides, which means that you're going to find that even when you're having a good interaction with somebody, all of a sudden it can get real negative.
Yep.
Right. And that's because of the dark energy that hovers around you. I'll just say that, right? So then you have to learn how to overcome that dark energy, how to master that dark energy. You have to master dark energy. Now, I know how I master and deal with the dark energy. I don't, but that's also in congruence with the rest of my chart, though. So.
Speaking of dark energy. I'm in my vehicle, so my light don't stay on.
Okay, it's all good. Yes. So I understand the dark energy. And you can also fall victim to people doing spells on you, and different types of like voodoo, hoodoo type stuff. Manipulating you, things like that, right? Trying to enter into your dreams, possessing you, things of this nature.
Speaking of that, my dream's been fortified recently, especially. I've been sleeping with tools on, but my dreams, I'm a fucking savage. I'm gonna just say that.
That's good. That's real good. That's good. And that's real good. So that means that, you know, your subconscious is very fortified, right? So now you want to bring that same energy and practice into, you know, this realm.
Right.
Into this realm. Right.
I be confusing people with that energy too, because I can look inviting, but intimidating at the same time. It confuses the hell out of people, and that's good because I don't want everybody up my space, know my business, and like, you know, like we discussed with them walls. Yeah, nah, I don't know you. You ain't getting in these walls.
Yeah, that's actually and there's gonna be people. Well, it depends on how you know, confident you are in, or how much you believe in yourself and in what you know, right? But there are going to be those who are going to try to trick you into letting those walls down.
Yeah.
Trying to tell you don't need them, or that they're unnecessary, or that they're this and that, you know. But understand that's just the darkness trying to test you, right? The goal is to put the darkness in its place. You can't get rid of it, you can't destroy it, but you want to put it in its place. And when you put it in its place, it can then become your the darkness can then start to work for you, start to protect you.
Yeah.
Right? Because the darkness, understand that no matter how people look at the darkness, realize that in every bad guy scenario, wherever there's a villain, remember, all the henchmen, all the bad guys, they're looking for someone to follow. Bad guys don't just do things on their own. The evil doesn't just do things. There's like, who's the alpha, right? The villainous group is always looking for the alpha, right? So that's what you want to strive for, is to be the alpha of the energy, and then the darkness will actually protect you.
That's why I'm so glad we did. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Yeah, that's it right there.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm so glad we did that shadow work, and ended up naming my shadow aspect the next day. That's really been a key factor in this path right here. And I've been getting more and more into naming different aspects of me, different egos, different energies that I see myself as, exist at different levels. Like just name the we were talking about the Dragonic energy. I mean, naming that's named now. And all I do is sometimes I go like
shade of Amber into Jason McPherson. I'll get to you in a second. Go ahead.
I had to go deep like in meditation to get that shadow aspect out of me. There was a guided meditation that had the that old kinetic energy of me. That was way back near, I think it was probably September. We went through that on Love with Dublé. Yeah, I got a bunch of different names, so different egos of me now. I got enough to keep up with them all. But yeah, I make sure I journal when I do meditate them, and you know, just write them down so that way the name sticks. There's more to the name sometimes, so I'll like go further into meditation and then just speak the words involving the name of that energy, and that'll tell like a story behind the ego, give it more give more power to it, and essentially.
Sure. Yes, keep doing that. That will definitely allow you to get more protection, like I said, from the darkness. They just want to be acknowledged. They just want to be acknowledged. And yeah, that'll and you have to really stay in a state of constant awareness of the dark energy that's around you, that you run into, right? Always being aware. You can't basically every day. You have to just be mindful, and like whenever for me, like one of the signals for me that there's some dark energy around, I always is with birds. Right, so for me, whenever I hear birds, I see birds, especially if there's like blackbirds or crows or whatever, right?
Oh shoot.
There we go. I immediately I acknowledge the dark energy, and I start to organize it. Basically, I start to organize the dark energy. That way, it doesn't become an issue later. Because for a long time, for quite a few years, I realized there was dark energy associated with the birds, and there were some prayers I could do to. I figured out. At first, I didn't know what was going on. But I saw there was a correlation between the birds and then some bullshit that was going to happen later, right? And and it took me some years to try to figure out how I could try to buffer it. I started doing some prayers, those type of things, and those things did buffer it, but it would not, get rid of it, and it would kind of just push it off a little bit, and it's gonna come back later. Is all it ended up doing, right? And then I thought maybe I just figured out how to get rid of it completely, and then eventually I realized you cannot get rid of it because it's a part of you. There's no getting rid of it. Instead, you have to accept it, embrace it, and learn to control it. And learn to work with it.
Yep.
So then when I started doing that has kept it from attacking me, basically.
Yeah.
Attacking me.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm not worried about any of the spells and the voodoo works that any of my exes, or even women that are not my exes, even just random women that put that energy on me, because I can see the energy. Whether I know who it's coming from or not, it doesn't matter. I can see the energy itself, so I just deal with the energy itself, and then I don't have to actually worry about the person. Because if I dissipate the actual energy, it doesn't matter what you try to do.
Yep. For sure, definitely.
Amazing says.
Yeah, I'm in that state right now.
Amazing's asked me why birds? Why birds? I don't know why birds. That's just that's just that's how the energy comes to me. I don't know if that's how it is for everybody, or for even most people. I don't know. But for me, it's birds. They represent the dark. They're like I don't think they're not necessarily representing the dark energy, but they're like a warning signal.
Yeah.
Of the dark energy for me. Now, I have seen where if you watch the show, the cartoon animated series Blood of Zeus on Netflix.
Shit, yo. The third season out now. Y'all better watch that.
Yeah, I haven't watched the third season yet. But the Blood of Zeus, Hera is the wife of Zeus, and she's a dark energy being, and she uses the birds. She spies through the birds. She travels through the bird energy. If you look at movies with witches, a lot of times they travel through birds, or they see through birds. They use birds to spy on others and things like that, right? I know women who can do that, who can literally spy on you through birds. I dated a woman that could do that, so I am very well versed in the birds. So that's why, for me, the birds are a signal for that.
Birds carry a lot of spiritual significance too.
Mm-hmm.
Like not just the crows. I vibe with birds. Like even ever since I was young, I would always traveling on the road. I will always see birds near trees, like just flying up high, whether they like in packs or just one. And sometimes I just look for them, and they'd be like, okay, there's a bird right there, and it won't be just a crow, like it'll be like a predatorial bird who hunts for a living. And the reason why I say that is they're a big spiritual aspect, because they can be messengers. They can warn you of danger. They can do a lot of things. Birds are open. Odin uses 2 birds to see the whole world.
Right. They show
birds.
that in the records of Ragnarok. They show Odin with the 2 birds. iFlip says, what kind of birds?
Horus.
All different types of birds, but usually, especially the black ones, I pay attention. Huh?
Horus and Ra, both birds.
Right, both birds. They're the hawks, right? They use the hawks. Some of the Egyptian beings use cranes, the crane birds, right?
That's that goat. That's a hootie.
Tahuti, right? Tahuti. Ashe. You know, some beings use the owls, right? You think about, right? You think about what do they? You got OVO, right? Well, Drake uses the owl. You have Bohemian Grove. They worship the owl, right? So the owl is a big thing. Yeah.
There's the I don't think it was a keet. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's either a kite or keet. Oh, but it was it's a bird that has a spiritual significance about the about not necessarily the underworld, but like a world where you're dreaming, where it's an Egyptian, they would have a human head and then a bird, but that is called Ba, and they have a symbol of that where it's like you can travel the world outside of your body, but it's stuck to that form with your head, and then a bird of a body. So a bird represents freedom in that aspect. It's a lot of birds are very spiritual.
Birds are very spiritual, and like once again, it depends on, you know, and okay, Mazing says I've seen an actual owl in person. It's just crazy feeling how big they are. They are very big. They can be very big. But see,
and they don't make a sound
with the owls.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, they don't make a sound when they flap, so you won't never know they're coming.
Ashe. Ashe. Let's see with the bird, and see for everybody the birds, because you got to remember my Pluto is in Scorpio, so the birds they carry a lot of dark energy with them, but that's not the case for everybody. You know, everyone has different Plutos. You have different Plutos. So animals may carry a totally different energy, you know, around you. You might have a more light energy. You might have a more just a nature type of energy. You may have a more solar energy, right? It all kind of depends on especially what your Pluto is and what your signs are, right? Because I have my Pluto's in Scorpio, you know, everything has a light side and a dark side to it. So I'm going to tend to pull out the dark side of most beings because that's my challenging sign, right? I also am going to, for me personally, it's normal for me to deal with women who are doing different types of spiritual spells on me and affecting my life. If you look into my cartomancy chart, one of my challenge cards is the Queen of Clubs. The Queen of Clubs deals with the women of intuition, the women of great spiritual, you know, power and spells and gossips and things like that, and entering dreams and all those kind of things. So those are my challenge energy. So this is normal for me to experience these type of things, right? I was in a constant battle with the dark feminine chaos energy. I've learned I'm no longer in a battle with her, but I am in a constant dance with her. And if I forget that she's my dance partner and I start to dance on my own, she gets pissed off and then she starts, messing some shit up for me. So I have to always remember I'm on the dance floor with the dark feminine energy.
The Queen of Clubs. I remember you saying last night that the Queen of Clubs is actually at the center of it all.
It is the center of it all. It's the center of it all. So she plays a very special role in my life because of that, So that tells me
something new is happening at Cox.
That tells me
now when you get Cox Internet, the price of your plan won't
how important this particular lifetime that I'm in, because I'm constantly being tested by the center of the spiritual energy, which is the Queen of Clubs. Which lets me know personally that I'm currently being groomed for something higher. What's that?
I definitely gotta come get a bird chart reading with Duble.
Yes, please do that. Shay iFlip says, what's your Mercury in? I think it's Aries, if I remember correctly. I think my Mercury's in Aries.
Mercury's dope. Yeah, I gotta finish by watching Blood of Zeus. That James.
Yeah, I'm gonna get.
I like it.
I'm gonna get to. I don't feel called to watch it quite yet, the third season, but I am going to, and I'm gonna watch it eventually. There is this movie I'm going to watch. It's an old movie, but it's actually there's two movies I'm going to watch. One's called Winter's Tale with Will Smith in it, and it's like a old joint with Will Smith and Russell Crowe, and like Will Smith is like some sort of like vampire or something. It's like crazy.
Oh shit!
And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what is this? I ain't never seen this, so I gotta check it out.
Vampire. What's the other one?
Yeah, but he was called. He had like a vampire type of mouth, but he was like, but Russell Crowe was calling him like Lucifer. So I was like, wait a minute, Lucifer. So I gotta check it out. This other movie is called. I got it in my phone. Where is it? It's called. That's not it. It's called. Now I can't find it. I took a. There you go. Defending Your Life.
That's what it's called?
Yeah, Defending Your Life. So I'm gonna check that one out. I saw like a little clip of it, and it was this guy. He had died, and he was talking to somebody in the afterlife whose job is to like give them the rundown about how this is another one of your reincarnations, and I'm just here to fill you in, because every time you die you forget, and you come here, and then I have to remind you about who you are and the lives you lived, and then you're gonna go through a screening process and a judgment, and if you, depending on the judgment, if you pass, then you can move on to a different realm. If not, then you'll go back to Earth and do it again, and and then he was saying how the people, because he was talking about like how much of your brain do you use, or like your brain capacity, and he was saying how, because the guy was saying how the guy who was judging, or who was filling him in, was telling him like, I use about 48% of my, or 47% of my brain. He's like, oh nice. How much I use? Like 10 or 15? He's like, nah, if you were using 10 or 15, you wouldn't even be on Earth anymore.
Damn.
He was like,
Damn.
Nah. He's like, people on Earth.
Shit.
He's like, nah, y'all. He's like, y'all on Earth. Y'all are pretty low on the percentage. In fact, we make fun of y'all all the time here. And he's saying y'all only use like 3 to 5% of y'all brain on Earth. That's like the average, right? So he was saying that's how far down on the totem pole the people are on, the spirits are on Earth, right? Yeah. So I want to check that out to get some downloads about these other realms.
Ashe. Yeah, share them. Come on here and share them what you do.
Yeah. Yes, I will. I surely will. But it's an old film though. It looked like it was made like in the 90s.
Oh, that's the best time. Let me tell you, 80s and 90s movies, they got some of the biggest secrets.
Yeah.
Because I think that was really when the Hollywood boom started, like boom, and then they had to present these things in order to not be weighed negatively on their karma. So they had to present, this is what we're doing. But they had to tell you, and by that I mean people who are behind the Hollywood executives and all of that. And then they have most of the control on this realm, this matrix, this reality. But they had to tell you, movies like Terminator, they gotta tell you they doing shit like AI, that they could possibly go rogue one day and be the end of humanity. So yeah, the 80s and 90s movies, they got some of the best messages.
Well, I think movies like Terminator are explaining what has already happened. So I don't think it's telling us what's going to happen. I think it's already happened.
Right.
And so it would make sense. We're already, because you got Terminator, which is the robots taking over. First you have iRobot first.
Yeah. There's a theory that the Matrix is just the Terminator in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely see that train of thought.
My
fault. I didn't interrupt you.
If you watch the movie, you gotta watch some of Keanu Reeves. If you watch like all Keanu Reeves movies, because he has some movies that he did before the Matrix that are really deep. Like the movie The Devil's Advocate. He was a lawyer for the devil. He was like, the devil had a law firm, and he ended up working at the devil's law firm. But he didn't know he was a devil until, he figured it out over time. So you have that movie. There's a movie that he did not too long ago, like in maybe 2012 or something, called Replicas. Where he turns his family into robots because they end up dying in a car crash.
Oh shit.
So he downloads their consciousness into robots.
Yeah. Okay.
But by the end, I don't want to give it away though if you watch it though, because it's like.
I don't care about spoilers, but.
Okay, so in the movie Replicas, I had my son watch it. It was deep. In the movie Replicas, he's trying to sneak because he's already doing this consciousness download research. So when his family, his I think his son and his wife, when they die in the car crash or die whatever accident it is, he then has to sneak to try to download their consciousness into these AI robots, right? He ends up being successful in doing it, but then he finds out at the end that he himself is an AI robot.
The loopholes.
He didn't know that he was a downloaded consciousness.
So did he die in a car crash and then just imagine that?
I think he died. I can't remember how. I think he must have died before that.
Oh shit.
But his family didn't know. So he was just this AI robot, not realize he didn't know he was an AI robot. His family didn't know he was an AI robot. He only found out way later after he turned them into robots, and then he ended up getting shot or something. And then that's when he was able to see inside of himself, wait a minute, I'm a robot, But then after that happens, once he realizes this, at the very end of the movie, they show him running a company where they're downloading people's brains into these AI consciousnesses. And he's not somebody. There's a CEO of the company, but he's not really the CEO. He's just the face of it. The actual CEO is Keanu Reeves, the robot. So he's running a company where we download people's consciousness into AI robots, but the people don't know it's being run by a robot.
That sounds like something that be going on today.
And that seems to be because think about this. See, people are worried about AI taking over the world. And I think I've said this in a video. That's the wrong thing to worry about, because AI is just, a fumbling, mumbling computer program. Quantum computers are a million times more powerful than AI, than ChatGPT. They've told us this to our face, how much more powerful a quantum computer is. Google has already admitted that their quantum computers are actually talking to other quantum computers in other timelines. Google already has admitted this. So if that's the case, we don't have nothing to worry about AI or ChatGPT. They're on the same level as us. The quantum computers are already in different timelines, that already tells me that we're already being controlled by the some form of artificial and some other type of intelligence.
Yeah.
Right.
So sentient, that's the word, sentient intelligence.
Some other sentient intelligence is already controlling us, already controlling everything. If they're thinking a million times if we're worried about AI, if AI supposedly can think just as well as we can, or even better now, and a quantum computer is a million times stronger than the AI, well, we can't. How can we do anything against a quantum computer? How do we have any chance at competing with a quantum computer? Which tells you that the quantum computers, if they can talk to other timelines of themselves, I'm sure they've already figured out how to enslave the entire world. In fact, they probably, I'm sure, speak to future versions where the world's already enslaved, and just tell the past, that's how we did it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of cartoons will show that. Actually, I think there was the something like that in X-Men.
Yes.
Where they where the Sentinels of the future, or they gain future technology to show them how to evolve and defeat the mutants better. Yeah.
But because we have souls, we always have the capability of breaking out of it.
Yeah, you did go over that in the lesson before, the difference between like sentient and organic.
Right. They have a form of a soul, but they can never fully embrace that soul because they don't have the organic technology to do so.
Yeah.
They don't have it. So therefore, that's why they look at us as a threat. Because we can go beyond. See, inorganic technology can only go so far. In fact, that's so much the case that inorganic technology. Hold on, let me put this charger on here. That's so much the fact that if I can even reach it, I don't think I can reach it. Inorganic technology. They actually are adding more and more organic elements to the inorganic mechanisms, because the regular metals are not enough to handle the energy. They got to actually create organic components.
Shit, right, I still need that.
So at the end of the day, basically, even a quantum computer has to create for itself a human's bodysuit.
Yep.
Which means you end up still creating humans. So no matter what, it always comes back. So that's why even if all the humans were taken over by robots or by quantum computer, by technology, right, AI, all they would end up doing, if they destroyed all the humans, they would just end up creating new human bodysuits and then putting their consciousness in it, and it would just all start over. It would all start over, because the only way to go to higher levels is you have to be in an organic vessel. That's the only way to do it. You know?
That's why it's important to raise your vibration, raise your frequency, because those timelines that the quantum computers are already in, or the future talent, past, present, future existing, all of that, we got that same ability, only better.
Ashe. We do have the highest technologically advanced vessel that there is. We just need to bring in the soul. The soul. See, it doesn't matter how strong or how advanced the technology of your car is if you don't have the proper horsepower to make it move. Right? If you don't have the proper energy source. So when it comes to us, we have the greatest technology that there is, but if we don't bring in the ultimate energy source, which is, the soul, then we'll never see it in its full blossom. Oh, shit. Anything else, Graffiti?
Nah, my phone has ended up going out of battery power.
Oh shit, yes, I was having the same trouble.
I was trying to keep it plugged up, and it was going in and out with the audio at the end. So
I got you. Well,
I feel like that's a good place to wrap it up, though.
Sounds good to me. Shay on this 441 episode.
Only thing I wanted to add in was that towards the tail end of this conversation, it reminded me from when we did I think it was a third eye clear when we met Head to Do.
Mm-hmm.
And we were going through all the different resurrections and timelines with fisherman, tree, a star in the universe, all of that, plant, a rock, a god, even.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only thing.
Oh shit.
I think I might meditate in that space and do get the name of the other being that I wanted to get, or that I need to get, actually. See that.
Oh shit.
I'll go ahead and say Ashe, Asante, Amen. You may come in. Good. Thanks for having me on, OG.
It is done.
Ashe. Oh, enjoy your day off tomorrow.
Oh, Ashe to that. So let me go ahead. Let me see if I can answer some of these questions before I get off. Let me go back. Lana had asked a question earlier. These cameras are overlapping. Lana had asked, I really think my brother has a spell on him. He get off the family after he got married. What's your advice? When it comes to that, what you can try to do is break the spiritual contracts or remove the dark energy off of your brother. I don't know who you pray to or what energies you work with, but try removing the energies off of him. You can use a black candle and burn some sage, maybe have some bay leaves and burn the candles, and maybe if you can figure out the dark energies that are on him, or if you can even try to maybe guess what those energies are, or maybe based off of the different personalities that he's participating in or showing, you might be able to figure out what kind of energies are connected to him and try to break those energies off him. That will allow him to come back into the fold. Now, that won't be the end all be all, because he's still connected to his, wife. So, and if the energies are connected to her, then you may need to break the energies off of both of them. Now, if she is embodying the energy, then it definitely will only last so long, and you have to actually keep doing it in order to allow him to stay, connected. But if you break it off of him, just even one time, that might allow him to see the truth, and then, that could end up in, even changing his whole, marriage life. So that's also something to take into consideration. You could end up being a catalyst for their divorce too. So something to just think about. So when you're too nice to people is part of weakness too. It can be. It depends on the energy you carry. The energy I carry, once again, there's a lot of dark energy that that I'm challenged with. So I have to be careful. I have to be careful as far as how nice I am. But not everybody has that same issue. Some people pull out the light in people naturally, so they don't have to worry about it. Dr. Elvis, do you know that you already said that like 1,000 times. Amber says, hey, just liked and subbed. I'm trying to learn more about my birth chart. Is that the discussion? That's something we ended up getting into tonight a little bit about. But you can always get a birth chart reading, a full birth chart reading, with my lady Dublé at crystalinemars.com. I'll show you. So why do people ask another entity about yourself? Ask yourself, ask everyone about you except yourself. The reason why people ask other people about themselves is the same reason why a baby doesn't take care of themselves. A child does not educate themselves, right? Even women don't necessarily protect themselves. They don't. Men create the protection, right? So we need other beings in order to understand ourselves. We need other beings in order to see ourselves. We know this because even if you were put into a room by yourself long enough, you'll start to hallucinate. Even if you're fed and given everything that you need, if you are put into a room by yourself, you're not allowed to interact with any of the human beings, you will start to hallucinate and start talking to people that are not there. Your mind will actually manifest in other people, and you'll end up talking to people that are not in that room with you, right? That's just how, that's who we are as beings. We have to interact and learn from something outside of ourselves. And if that doesn't exist, we will create that version. We will project something from within to outside of ourselves, because that's how we even in your dreams, you're never by yourself in a dream. There's always other people in the dreams. There's always other people in the dream, right? So the idea of always just going to self and just the self, just this body, it's actually unrealistic, really. Let's see. Over here on IG, Amazing says random, but if a person can see spirits, what does that mean and why? Well, if a person can see spirits, that just means that the person has been able to tap into a vibration where spirits are dwelling, or they vibrate in. It's like, if you could hear, some people can hear, tap into radio signals. I can sometimes if I'm like in a half sleep mode, but you can tap into radio signals, so that like some people can actually hear things that are being broadcasted on radio waves without having a radio. They can just tap into it into their brain. It's just a signal. It's just a vibration. If you just tap into the vibration, into that signal, then you will hear it, right? It's the same thing. The spirits they exist on a certain frequency, And if you're able to, your eyes can tap into that frequency, which really your brain. If your brain taps into the frequency, you'll be able to see spirits. So, that's all that is. There's nothing really magical about it. Peace to Leather Flower Designs. Many things. I had this book called The Other Bible. It talked about other dimensions, but it was way too much info for me at once. It stressed me out. Ashe to that. Sometimes we're not ready for the information when the first time we read it or come across it. Peace to Social Shy. Many things. You think this is bad because do believe the world needs some type of order. People get crazy. Ashe. Social Shy says, but then not controlling us, they're controlling all the AI. Ashe. They need us to be them before real. Ashe, right? I heard you could use an egg to draw out bad energy. You can use an egg. I have done that before, right? It does not guarantee you'll get rid of all of the energy, but it will get rid of at least some of it. Depends on how strong the energy is. Just like anything, it depends on how strong it is. It says, can they see us just like some can see them? Some spirits can see us, some cannot. It's the same way. Some of them are able to tap into the other frequencies and they can see human beings, right? Some of them can't see into this dimension, right? I think, but if it's based off of numbers, I would say that there's probably more spirits that can see us than we can see them. I would say there's more of them that can see us. If I had to try to put some sort of number to it. So, cause it can feel like they looking right at you, but some hide. Shade, right? Yeah. There are a lot of trickster type spirits out there. Definitely. So Tamara says, interesting. I love having the birds around. A red bird is a sign that I will have a great day. I shade to that, Tamara. Yeah, some people, the birds have a lot of light energy to them, right? And, there's a lot of birds that have like the light energy, right? But even light beings can have, remember, lights cast shadows. So even light beings can have a certain, darkness to them, right? Or stressor to them. If you watch movies, if you watch Supernatural, the show, if you watch movies like Legion, if you watch all these different, watch Constantine, watch all these different films, the angels aren't always, angeling in such a beneficial way, right? They can have a kind of darkness to them. So, because of my birth chart, I deal with a lot of the dark energies from even the angels. See, if Lip says my Pluto also in Scorpio, Ashe, that's more of a generational placement. Ashe. It is, right? Because there are certain planets that are certain like placements that change month to month, day to day, right? But then there are certain placements that change from like year to year or over a few years of span of time, right? So people that are close to my birthday or to my, to the 1990s, there's a lot of Pluto. There's a lot of Pluto carrying, card members in there in the Scorpio. There's a lot of Pluto Scorpio. So, it makes sense why there's so many people having challenges with dark energy, with manipulation, with narcissism, with different traumas with the voodoos and the hoodoos, right? With the spell work, the witchcraft or whatnot, with the the possession, all that type of things, because of the mass group of individuals who have become adults who have the Pluto in the Scorpio placement. So I shade to that. That's why you're also seeing so many things come to light about so many, and that's why there's so much, because Scorpio also deals with sex, a sex energy. So there's so much perversion in the sexual areas, in these sexual areas, because of the Scorpio placement in so many people's Pluto. So it looks like I got to everybody in the chat, so we'll go ahead. And 11:01 is a good place to stop, so we'll go ahead and say Ashe Asante Namen, Ime Kamalika. It is done, and we will catch you on Sunday, Soul Sunday. Ashe.